Portions of the following program may have been pre-recorded.
The following program's views, claims, or ideas may not reflect those of WSRR Radio or StylesRebelRadio.com.
And now, we take you behind enemy lines with Lucas DeRazio and Dom Ferro on WSRR Radio.
All Browns fans will go to heaven with football seasons never ending. The leaves have changed, smell it in the air. Where every morning is a Sunday morning, the grill is firing and the drinks are pouring. All Browns fans will go to heaven and our Modell can go to hell.
Welcome to Behind Enemy Lines right here on WSRR Radio, nationally local, meaning we play your local bands coast to coast on a national stage. This is Behind Enemy Lines, your Cleveland sports talk show from Pittsburgh. I'm Lucas DeRazio, joined as always by Dom Ferro. We are recording on March 5th. Already March, Dom. Time flies by like
I
that.
know. Nice though, spring.
That's right.
The weather's getting a little nicer.
It'll be 60 this weekend. Oh, I might pop the tarp off, get some sun rays.
There you go.
Lay in the back.
Maybe get the sticks out. Go to the Bob. Play a little 9 holes.
Might have to
Par
hit the
3.
links. That might be the way to go.
It's that time of year, folks.
That might be the way to go. This is coming out on Friday, March 6th at 10 a.m. Thank you for joining us right here on WSRR Radio or anytime on Spotify or anywhere else you get your podcasts.
YouTube. Run those YouTube numbers up.
That's right. Thank you guys for joining us. And thank you for being involved in our March Madness tournament. If you have not yet, you got time still. The bracket doesn't start until, the 17th, I believe?
We got some time. First 4.
The first 4 is March 17th and 18th.
Yep.
So you guys have just under 2 weeks to get in on the March Madness Behind Enemy Lines Bracket Challenge, sponsored by GenericClothes.com. Now I'm going to give you guys the rundown on how to enter really quick. All right, so Venmo $1 for entry. That's it, just $1. Now you can enter multiple times. So if you want to,
you got $1,000.
You want to make 5 brackets, put in $5. You want to make 1,000, put in 1,000.
Might do that.
But it's $1 per entry. Confirm your entry via text or email by texting 216-859-8699 or email stylesrebelradio@gmail.com. And from there, we will send you the link to submit your bracket. So, once again, the Venmo for that is at WSRR Radio. Just $1 a bracket. Really, deal of a lifetime. And $1 for a shirt. GenericClothes.com is providing the winner with a contest winner shirt.
And that's the big prize.
That's right. That's top shelf material. That's going in the front of your rotation of laundry too.
Last year, one of our most loyal listeners won the competition. So hopefully this year, one of you guys gets it again. But make sure you tell a friend. Make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend. I'm going to run a little promo here from now until March 12th. If you post on your story and you tag me, you post the WSR how to sign up for this, and you tag me, I'll cover half of your entry. That's right.
Wow.
I'll Venmo you 50 cents.
At dc.ferro.
That's right.
On Instagram. Get those tags up. You can go to find the post at WSRRradio.com, and you can repost it, tag Dom, and he'll cover half your entry fee.
And I'll repost on my story, hey, you might need a follow back.
Up to how much? What if they put in 500 brackets? You going to send them 250?
Yeah, that might be a...
There you go.
Yeah, I might need to get the fine
Cap it at $20.
Yeah, maybe.
Cap it at $20.
That could just be a free money hack.
Free money glitch.
Yeah. Free t-shirt, free money glitch.
I mean, they still have to spend the other half. It's not like they're making. They're not going to make $250 off.
But then the odds are you get a nice t-shirt.
Yeah. But they got to spend $250 for it.
Yeah.
All that money's going straight to the station.
Well, they don't have to spend it because they get it right back.
Yeah.
It's just take away Dom's bank account hack.
Yeah, I like that. So capped at what, 20 entries, Dom will pay for half of your entry fee.
20 sounds
up
great.
until the 12th. So
no, I'll do 40.
Well, up to 40
entries, because then I can get $20 in there.
All right. Sounds good. I like it. Dom's Dom's a man of the people.
That's right.
Of course. So take advantage of that right now until the 12th. The finals of March Madness are in Indianapolis on April 4th and 6th, Lucas Oil Stadium. But the first four, Dom, are in Dayton, Ohio, and you were just talking before we started recording. You were a little bit interested maybe making the journey out there, huh?
I said, where is Dayton, Ohio exactly? Because I had never really looked at it. But it's a school and city I've heard a lot about.
Home of the Flyers.
That's right. A team that should have been like a number 1 seed in 2020.
Yeah.
But
with Obi
took away. That's right. That team was dominant. But yeah, I've always wanted to see like that first four. It's just interesting, a really unique thing in sports. I think it would just be cool to say that you've seen it. At the same time, though, I think you could get rid of the first four because it's a bit of a tease. It's like this isn't March yet. This isn't real. Like, do we really need this?
Why not?
Because
I like the first four. I think it gives some guys an extra chance.
It's cool, but like at that point, why don't we just like expand the tournament? Yeah.
Yeah. That's their way of doing it.
Yeah,
Next
I guess
it'll
so.
be like the first 64.
Yeah. But like how many teams would you really need to add to expand it? Couldn't you just do these first four teams and just have this as part of the tournament?
Yeah.
Instead we do this a whole
It is part of the tournament, really.
Yeah. I wish we could do like just on the 18th maybe. The 17th and 18th, you're just dragging out 2 more days. We know the first round is coming on the day after. So first round is the best sporting event. It's an S tier.
One of the best days in sports, which if you haven't listened to our Best Days in Sports episode, go back and listen to that.
Timeless. Evergreen episode.
Yeah, it's an evergreen episode for sure. We posted a while ago, but we, put all the days in sports, the top days in sports in a tier list, and this was definitely an S tier.
And the draft was right there, and that's next month.
The draft was also an S tier. So April gives you a lot of March and April gives you a lot of good days in sports.
Might seem boring right now with NFL season dying down. NBA just isn't really doing it right now, but we've got the March Madness, we've got the draft, and that's all we need to push us through. Once we get into summer, that's right. Also in April, we're gonna be just fine.
That's right.
We're gonna make it through this.
That's right. So definitely looking forward to March Madness. I remember like being in grade school, and you'd get the laptops and just have the game on the laptop.
Yeah, there are some.
Have a couple of them on. Someone whispers over to you. They're like, Dayton's beating Ohio State. Oh, I got to switch over to True TV or whatever.
I mean, that is a vivid one. I think it was Dayton, Ohio State.
Yeah, I remember that one.
I think that was D'Angelo Russell.
I think it was before that because I feel like Aaron Kraft was playing. Maybe I'm wrong.
I swear I remember being in middle school watching D'Angelo Russell in March Madness.
Probably. I remember it would have been our 8th grade year when Dayton and Ohio State were going at it. I don't even remember who won.
Neither do I.
I feel like Ohio State may have pulled it out late.
I think they did, but it was a close one. I remember being in science class, all the boys getting loud.
I remember the first half we watched on like laptops during history class or something, and then like for the last, I think our music teacher was like he went to Dayton or something.
Oh yeah.
So then music was like our next or orchestra, whatever. No, not orchestra. What's what do you call it when you sing?
Chorus.
Choir, yeah, whatever it was. We went to the next like class, and he had the TV up, so we watched the end of it.
Didn't even
because he was
sing that day.
Yeah, no, there was no singing going on that day, which was great. Shout out, Mr. Sokol.
That is nice. That's like sometimes I want to be like a teacher, just for that reason, because I would be the teacher that like kids would love in the future. Be like, that guy let us watch. They wouldn't learn shit, but they'd have a good time. They'd be like, oh, I remember in Mr. Dom's class when he got to watch Portland State upset Gonzaga or some BS like that.
Mr. Dom?
Yeah.
You'd let him go first name basis? That's crazy.
Probably. Actually, probably not.
No, not for me.
You can't. You can't let the kids
call you Mr. F, maybe, Mr. D, but Mr. D for me, F for you.
Yeah,
Not Mr. D for Mr. Dom, but
that's what I thought you were saying at first.
No,
like, that's not too bad. But...
No, I don't know. I don't know about the first name basis. That gets them a little too much power. That gives them, that's right. You can't give the kids too much power. Like, I'm thinking about it recently, like what it would be like to be a teacher right now.
In my head, like I feel like I'd be a good teacher, but then you get a kid who like genuinely doesn't care, and you can't like get anything through, and then it's like, then I think I'd get
a genuinely wild.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you're
But I do think
smashing shit.
I'd be better than a lot of teachers. Like I think of teachers that I have, I'm like, why were they teachers? What made them? Like they obviously hated kids.
I don't think it takes very long to turn you into that, though. I think
Probably.
as much like good grace as you want to come into it with, I'm pretty sure it wouldn't take very long before you're just like, I hate everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone under the age of 25 is an idiot.
Do you think teachers are like nervous? Like especially like first year, you gotta get up in front of a group. I know they're children.
I had a teacher in 8th grade who was like our algebra teacher, and you could tell he was nervous. Like he was a young guy, and like you could tell he was like shaking voice a little bit
early in his career.
Yeah, I think it was his first teaching job.
Yeah, I feel like that'd be tough.
Yeah, it was. Mr. Rad. Guess what? Math teacher birthday was on Pi Day, 3/14.
Really?
He was born to be a math teacher.
He loved that.
Oh yeah.
He let everyone know.
My dad was a math teacher, so he loved that. My dad was like, J-Rad was born on 3/14. It's perfect.
He's meant to be.
It's meant to be. He was born to be a math teacher.
Pi Day.
Pi Day.
Few days away here.
Oh yeah, coming up.
One of the best. How many digits can you name of pi?
I think 3.14 is about as far as I can go.
3.1428.
28.
I just make that up.
You probably did, but anyways, it's always a good day in math class because everyone brings in pi. Did you guys do that in high school?
3.1415. So I wasn't right.
2015.
Yeah, I think we did bring in some pi stuff like that. I remember like the big thing was like, oh, it's the 100th day of school. Bring in 100 things of anything.
I do kind of remember that. Yeah,
bring in 100 pennies, 100. I don't even know what else you could bring in.
What?
100 rocks. I don't know.
Thumbtacks.
Yeah. 100 pieces of paper.
Yeah.
And then it's like 100 days really isn't that much.
No.
Back then though, it felt like, oh my God, we made it.
We made it.
We made it to 100. We're almost done.
I can't believe it. We did it. It's only what, 20 weeks? It's still a while.
Decent amount. Back then though, it felt like a decade.
Yeah. It's like, man, we're over. 100 days, probably over halfway through the school year, right?
Yeah, I think it was like
100 for the year.
60 or 180. So like, yeah, you're pushing.
Yeah, you're getting there. It was about around this time of year, probably getting into the springtime. Weather's warming up. You're feeling good about yourself.
But then also back then, you also had to remember, like, if you had snow days, like that also got tacked on to the end of the year.
Yeah.
So it'd be like,
See, they don't even do snow days anymore now. They just go virtual. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I don't think that's right. Let the kids enjoy the snow.
I think that
we had this massive snowstorm.
I think after a certain amount of snow days, then they do virtual. So I think they do still get snow days.
That's right.
Go on.
We had this major snowstorm. It was like, they were like, this is the biggest snowstorm in a decade for Pittsburgh. I'm like, it came and went. I like kind of regret. I'm like, I should have went sledding or build a snowman.
I was thinking about going sledding.
Because the snow like that just doesn't come as often as
you got to enjoy it while you can.
That's right. Snow's great. The parking sucked.
Yes.
In Pittsburgh for a while, but snow is great. It's one of the best. Like, could you imagine never seeing snow in your life?
It is crazy to me to hear some people be like, yeah, I grew up in I remember in college, like we had kids from Florida on the football team who would be like, this is my first time ever seeing snow.
Yeah.
I'd be like, wow.
It's kind of magical, I bet.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
You just hear stories about it.
That childlike wonder.
Yeah.
Glow in their eyes.
But that snow is gone.
Beautiful.
It's officially the spring. Lucas, do you want to hear some of the bracket predictions from March Madness?
Yeah, let me get some of those before we wrap up this first segment.
All right, so this is Andy Katz from, I guess he works with CBS March Madness, but you got the East, South, Midwest, and West. I've never really understood how they decide what school is going what brackets.
Yeah,
because you'll get schools from the East that are playing in the West.
Yeah. You'll get like
Gonzaga
playing in the West. I don't understand why.
Yeah. Someone smarter than us, please DM me and explain it to me. But the 1 seeds coming out of the East, Duke, they looked really good this year. Their new coach has been on fire.
I think the only college basketball game I watched this year was Duke versus North Carolina, and North Carolina pulled out the upset.
Oh, yeah?
So they're my team now.
Okay. Let's see if we can find North Carolina on here. I see St. Louis in the East as the number 7 seed right now. That's one that I'd love to see make a run. Michigan State, you still got Tom Izzo. You can never bet against him.
They got a high flyer. I think he wears number 55 too, which is tough.
Yeah.
He's pretty nasty.
I'll tell you what, a school that I always take, it doesn't even matter. Whatever the Ivy League team is, I'll take them in the first round.
Yeah.
This year it looks like it's going to be Yale. Unfortunately, in this prediction, they're matched up against the Razorbacks and John
Oh.
Calipari, who's another team
You love
that I
Arkansas.
like a lot. So that's
You
going to be a
love
tough decision.
Big Suey.
If they go head to head, it's going to be tough. But I love Ivy League. I love Arkansas. So that's what it's looking like out of the East. As far as the South, UConn, the number 1 seed again. I think this is like the 3rd straight year where they'd be a 1 seed in the tournament. You've got the U, you've got Iowa, North Carolina, number 5 seed, Alabama. They were a 1 seed last year, I believe. They're in there as well. St. Mary's, that's another school that's been frequent in the past years. High Point University makes it back to the tournament. Don't really know much about them. I'm not even sure if that's a real school, but they're back again.
Where is that? Isn't that like an online school?
Yeah, for some reason I think it's like Arizona, but I might be.
I got
that
no
up.
clue. Every time I hear High Point University, I think of
High top
Point
sports.
I think of Point Park University, which is here in Pittsburgh, that does not have a basketball team. I don't think.
I think they do, but it's not like.
Yeah,
I think
they're
it's more
definitely
like
not
a club
Division One.
team. Yeah.
Every time I hear that, I'm like, wait, they made it? Well, I know that's not right.
This year, it doesn't look like any Pittsburgh schools are going to make it. Last year, we had Robert Morris. The year before, I think Duquesne and Pitt. And then I think the year before, maybe Pitt. But this year, it doesn't look like any Pittsburgh schools, unfortunately.
Pitt basketball. Sad state of affairs. It's
Real
crazy
sad.
because I went to the Peterson Event Center like last week or two ago
It's nice.
for an event, Dancing with the Stars Live.
Oh,
It was
hell
a
yeah.
spectacular night.
I
of
bet.
romance and
Did they pick
Dan.
people from the crowd to dance?
They picked one lady out from the crowd. She was awesome. She
Really?
was hilarious. She wasn't a good dancer. She was just an old lady who walked up, and they were like, they just gave the mic to her, and she was like, "What do I say?" And they were like, "Oh, everyone's loving her." And then as we were walking out of the stadium, like me and my fiance were walking out, we heard someone be like, "You were great up there," and like right in front of us was the lady that was on
No
the
way.
stage. And I turned to my fiance. I was like, "That's Christine. Oh my God, it's
So-
Christine. I can't believe we're this close to her."
She's the star.
Yeah, she was dancing with her. It was
That
spectacular.
is beautiful.
But the Peterson Event Center is awesome. Like
It
it's
is nice.
It's such a nice stadium. Like it's not much smaller, I feel like, than PPG. And it's
Yeah. It is.
it's very
it is
like
big.
it's a nice, pretty updated stadium. I feel like I don't know, I guess I haven't seen a ton of college basketball stadiums, but it's like that seems like it should be a great like selling point to like get Pitt basketball to be good.
Yeah.
Like just having a good stadium. I know that only
Yeah.
goes so far, but like I don't know. Do people care about Pitt basketball? Like,
not as much as they used to for
No.
some reason. I mean, when they're good, the city cares.
Like, I don't know if I've never been to a Pitt basketball game, but it's like, does this sell out? Does the
Yeah.
Peterson Event Center sell out or what?
The only time I can remember the Peterson Event Center selling out is when Zion Williamson came, like
Oh
8 years ago, probably.
See the away team. Huh?
Yeah. But yeah, no one's selling out just to see Pitt. And it's the same thing as their football team. No one's selling out just to see Pitt.
Well, yeah,
You're-
'cause
you're
they're
going
playing
there
in
to see
Acrisure,
Penn
that's
State or
tough.
West Virginia
Or Notre Dame.
yeah. As far as basketball goes there, yeah, I think having an updated facility is big. Like you saw what happened with Duquesne. They got a new arena. That changed some things. You get some
I don't know.
people
about
looking
that.
at it serious.
I don't know how much that changed.
The Palumbo Center stunk
Yeah,
compared
but
to their new arena.
I think the Palumbo Center was pretty cool.
It was cool
They used
because
to
of
hold,
how
like, the-
ugly and bad it was.
They used to hold the like high school Whitfield championships there, like the Western PA tournament there.
yeah,
And I think I think Duquesne's missing a huge opportunity by not doing that right now. Like,
yeah.
why are they not having like it is a nice facility now, and I feel like they're not using it to the full
Yeah, they've had a
extent.
they've had like the D2 volleyball championship
Yeah.
there and some stuff. And technically, they did host March Madness 2 years ago.
Yeah, but it
But
was
it
at
wasn't.
PPG.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Is
a
that
nice,
where the
nice,
tents
nice
play?
arena though. Nice arenas in Pittsburgh. But yeah, Pitt basketball is in a tough spot
It's
right
not
now.
it's just not really a basketball town either.
Doesn't feel like it.
Pittsburgh's not really.
I feel
a
like
basketball
NBA
town.
is thinking about expanding next year, and Pittsburgh, I don't think will be one of those. You
Yeah.
go Las Vegas, you go Seattle. There's probably even like 4 other cities.
I feel like we've talked about that on the show too. Like
Yeah.
Pittsburgh wants it, I feel like, but I don't know if they want it bad enough.
Yeah,
I
like,
just don't think it'll happen.
if you get a mid team in Pittsburgh, people aren't going to support them.
No,
Now, if you get a great team, all of a sudden, like they'd come out.
I don't know if they would need Like, I don't know if the people of Pittsburgh would support a team in all honesty, because I feel like right off the bat, at least, because I feel like there's so much like historic sports in this town.
Yeah.
With like obviously the Steelers, and like the Pirates have been really bad recently, but like
Well,
they're
right.
a very old franchise, and the Penguins have been successful. I don't know, it'd be tough for them to hop onto a new team. I feel like.
I mean, we got the Riverhounds,
That's right.
champions, if not the MLS, the one below that.
Whatever, small soccer
Yeah.
league.
But people go out to support them.
Yeah, I want to go to one of those games. They get rowdy.
I think they do.
I feel like in terms of if you want to do a tier list of like top sporting events live, a European soccer game,
Could be
I
up
really
there.
would love to be in attendance for something.
It would
like
be cool
that.
to experience that. Like people like die at those.
Yeah,
Get
they
trained.
get rowdy.
Yeah.
They start fires.
Yeah.
Same thing that happens when people listen to this show and get fired up.
That's right.
Behind enemy lines. Stick with us through the break. Don't start any fires.
Based out of Chicago, Synergy Music Studio is built for artists who care about the sound of their music. From recording, mixing, and mastering, to full production and live studio sessions, Synergy works hands-on to help artists turn ideas into finished professional releases. They support the Chicago scene, and they welcome new artists anytime. If you're serious about your sound, start at synergymusicstudio.com today.
Independent music has always been about doing things your own way, not cutting corners, not chasing trends, and definitely not handing everything off to someone who doesn't care about the end result. That's where Hellbender Vinyl comes in. Hellbender Vinyl is Pittsburgh's first and only custom vinyl record pressing plant trusted by artists across the country. They work hands-on with independent musicians to make sure each release sounds right and feels right start to finish. Every project includes 5 free test presses, so quality isn't a guessing game, it's built right into the process. So, if you're serious about your music and how it's released, don't settle for disposable formats. Press it with Hellbender Vinyl. Hellbent on quality, hellbent on service, hellbendervinyl.com.
Calling it like they see it. Lucas and Dom are back on WSRR Radio.
Welcome back to Behind Enemy Lines right here on WSRR Radio. Proudly brought to you by our partners at genericlothes.com. Nobody cares about the details. Get to the point at genericlothes.com. Don't sell out to big brand clothing empires and their prices. Make a statement at their expense with genericlothes.com. Of course, genericlothes.com is sponsoring our second annual March Madness tournament, our BEL March Madness bracket. How to enter once again. Venmo $1 for your entry to WSR Radio on Venmo. Confirm your entry via text or email 216-859-8699 or on the email stylesrebelradio@gmail.com, and we'll send you the link and submit your bracket there. Dom, go ahead, give them your special deal up until the 12th.
Yeah, once you enter into this tournament, you send your dollar to WSR Radio. Just confirm that you're in there. Repost the entry guidelines onto your Instagram story, and you can
find
tag
those
me.
at WSR Radio on Instagram, by the way.
That's right, and you'll see a nice picture.
Or Generic Clothes Instagram.
Nice picture of me and Lucas in there. But you repost those guidelines, and you tag me at dc.ferro, and you tag at WSR Radio in that post. Then I will match up to half of your entry. So I'll Venmo you 50 cents. You show that you've entered, and I'll match it. So it's as simple as that.
You'll cover it.
Cover it.
Match it.
Cover 50 cents of it. Cover half of it, up to 40 entries.
There you go.
So easy as that.
You heard it here. This is a big fundraiser for us here at WSR Radio. Great way to keep us on the air. So even if you don't know much about college basketball, it's a great way to support a local station that plays national.
And to destroy monopolies.
That's right. This station does destroy monopolies. So make sure that you support that. Dom, we talked about March Madness in our last segment. Finals of March Madness are going to be at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, Indiana. Not the only big event that's being held there, as the Combine happened. The NFL Draft Combine happened this past week at Lucas Oil Stadium. Getting to size up all of the potential draft prospects for 2026 for the draft that does occur right here in Pittsburgh next month. We should have some fun content for that
No doubt.
coming up next month, so keep your eyes peeled for that. But Dom, any big risers for you from the combine? I know that every year there's kind of the discussion of, does the combine really matter that much?
Yeah.
Are you going to put combine stats and combine numbers over actual film and gameplay? So is there anyone that jumped off the paper to you and shocked you and maybe helped out their draft position?
Now, there aren't a few guys who really it's got to be an amazing performance to really stand out at the combine is what I'm trying to say. I don't really weigh into it too much. Now, there were a few people that did catch my eye. One of them being the number 1 running back in this class, Jeremiah Love. He proved that he's deservedly in that conversation as the best running back in years. I think he's built for the NFL. He ran a 4.37 40-yard dash, and I don't even think he was like super happy with.
I didn't think he had that type of speed, in all honesty. And I'll tell you what, too. I feel like I don't want to badmouth him in any way, but he might have like gained a little bit of weight from 2 years ago when they played Indiana in the college football playoff and they went to the Natty. To this year. Not saying that's a bad thing to gain weight. You know, it could be good weight. Bigger. He looks a lot bigger. So I didn't think he would be in the 4.3s, in all honesty. I didn't know he had that type of speed. But he at 6 foot 213, running a 4.36, that's dangerous.
Yeah, that is. He's in a different category of other running backs in this class, seems like. He was a guy who stood out. Another guy, Sonny Styles, linebacker.
Good Lord.
He had the best vert and 4th best broad ever among linebackers at the combine. He's 6'5", 244, ran a 4.46 40-yard dash. Everything was just stellar at the combine.
Yeah, I mean, they were comparing him, his like pro comparison, just by numbers sake. They weren't doing it to another linebacker like Fred Warner or any of the elite linebackers in the NFL right now. They were comparing him to DK Metcalf because that's like frame wise who he is built like, and speed wise running a 4.46. Like you said, 43.5-inch vertical, like 6'5", 244 is insane.
That is.
I think that he already was going to be like a high pick. And again, I'm not 100% sure if this should push him up more because I'm kind of here or there on the combine sometimes, but I think this pretty much solidified him as being a top 10 at least, but maybe even a top 5 pick.
Yeah. I mean, it's just freakish.
All of the mock drafts coming out now have him going to like the Cardinals at like 4 or whatever.
Oh, really?
Whenever they pick. But
that's interesting.
A lot of the, like somewhere very high. The Cardinals, the Jets, someone like that.
It reminds me of Shazier.
Yeah.
I'm not going to like that blazing fast speed.
Yeah. Ohio State linebacker.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Another guy, one that I wasn't really familiar with, but offensive lineman from the University of Miami, Markel Bell, ran a 5.36 40 at 6'9", 346 pounds.
346?
Yeah.
Ran what, 5.36?
Yeah.
That's dusty.
I mean, that guy's massive, though.
No, that's a big cat.
Like, these guys are just different now.
Yeah.
Things are changing.
Yeah, and another guy who ran a crazy, like, fast time and is also a huge man is Arvell Reese, who I feel like didn't get talked about as much because he already was, an Ohio State linebacker who probably was going to go top 10, top 5.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, he also ran a 4.47. He was, a tenth of a second or 100th of a second behind Sonny Styles, and he's only an inch shorter and 3 pounds less.
Yeah.
I think people think of him more as like an edge outside linebacker, and Sonny Styles more as like a Mike inside guy. But I think he also like fully established that he's going to get taken like number 2 by the Jets.
Yeah. I think something we should do as part of our draft content, I think it would be more funny for me, but like run a 40-yard dash and see what it actually is.
I'd have to do some
yeah, I might tear something.
Yeah.
But I mean,
a 40.
I don't think I don't know, I haven't ran a full sprint in a long time.
It's been a minute for me too. Well,
but like
I played some hoops.
I think it would be easier for me to like realize how fast these guys are actually going.
Yeah, it would.
Because I don't think I'd break 6.
6? You don't think
I don't
he ran
know.
6?
I don't know.
Come
like
on.
if this guy's 6'9", 346. I don't think I'm running faster than him.
I
which
don't
is
know.
crazy.
I saw that the Jets put out a TikTok of like them going to like their office people and having them run a 40.
Yeah.
And being like, what do you think your time is going to be? And a lot of them were like 5.2, and that was about, and they'd run like a 5.4 or something. But you
They're
don't think
close.
you get sub 6?
I mean, I don't even know. Like,
I
don't
like,
even have a.
I think you'd be a mid 5 at worst.
You think?
Yeah.
I
I
don't
was
know.
especially watching some of the Jets front office people that were running. I think you could be at the
Yeah.
very worst. I'd say a 5.3, 5.4.
I mean, I'm watching Markel Bell again, the 6'9", 346 guy. I don't know. He's kind of hauling.
Yeah.
I gotta compare him. I think I'd be similar, maybe, which is still like scary. Like,
Yeah.
could you imagine this guy running full speed at you?
No, I couldn't.
It'd
I don't
be
want
insane.
to. I've seen it firsthand a couple times. A big ACC guard pulling at you.
Yeah.
It's not a pretty sight. It can get a little bit scary, but
I bet.
I think the best time I ever ran was a 4.69. Nice.
Really?
Yeah. But I don't know. I don't think I'd sniff that now. I'd
Yeah,
probably be in the 4.8 territory.
You got to be conditioned
Yeah.
to do that.
I did some legs on Sunday, and my hamstrings were like killing me, and they still are today.
Mm.
That was 4 days ago.
Yeah. Leg, those muscles will hurt longer
Mm-hmm.
if you don't work them out in a while.
Played some hoops the next day too. I don't think
yeah.
that helped my case.
Basketball is just like, I was thinking about that. Like, I've never been a huge fan of basketball, but I think if I played basketball now, I'd get injured 100%.
Yeah.
100%. That seems like just the easiest sport to get
There's
hurt in.
some. We play pickup hoops. I play like once a week at least. We've had some injuries.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
this past Monday, I was driving on a guy. I was going left, and I like kind of like head faked a little bit and wanted to like get him up, and then I'd go up and
yeah.
try to lay
He
up.
jumped over you.
He came down, his chin hit me right on the top of the head.
That's the
I
thing.
was like, oh my God.
if you aren't playing with people who are like good, then you're even in more of a risk
Yeah,
of
it's
getting
more,
hurt
even
too.
more dangerous. You got to be
Yeah.
with like athletes who understand like how to do stuff and like not hurt themselves or
Yeah.
others. That's the thing is like the guys that we play with, a lot of them are like in their 30s. They play hard.
Yeah, that's
And like
another-
every shot is like they're contesting every shot. Like if someone's going up for a layup, like I'm not jumping with you.
Yeah.
Like I was like, there's no reason for me to
Forget
turn an
that.
ankle or tear an ACL or something. Like
yeah.
I'm not jumping with a guy and trying to pin him. Like
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
One time, like when I was a kid, probably like 17, we were playing at the park against these random guys, and this guy like went up for like a pump, like to lay, like similar to what
yeah.
you were doing, and my friend went up to like go block it. He jumps over and he flips over him, and he hits his head on the pavement though, and he starts having a seizure.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
and we're like, oh my God, like no one really has any clue what's going on. But we got him in the ambulance and stuff. He was all good, thank God. But basketball,
Must have really hit his head pretty hard.
yeah, it was bad.
Jesus.
It was something. Basketball is another thing. Like it's that part, but your ligaments as well.
Uh-huh.
Like that's a sport I feel like you need to play consistently.
Yes.
You can't just jump in after years and.
No. Not at full speed.
But
at least.
football, you can play tackle football any day.
No, I'd
Get out there.
Much disagree. I'd say maybe even worse.
Yeah.
Tackle football, you gotta be
Yeah.
ready for it.
Unless you're playing the snow, then you're all good.
Yeah, then you're good. You're all warm in 4 different layers. But
That's why
So-
golf's the best, though.
yeah, you can
Can't
play
really
at
get
any
hurt.
age. That's right.
Unless you get hit by a ball.
I was gonna say you've been hurt on the course.
Yeah, I think that shoulder's
been
still messed up
struck?
from where I've gotten hit.
You've been struck by a golf ball before.
It's no joke.
So really quickly before we get into our second break, let's talk about talk a little bit more about these.
Mark Sanchez.
Well, I was going to say
Fentanyl.
about the. We can talk about Mark Sanchez.
Nah.
Fentanyl.
I don't really have anything much to say about that, but he got arrested fighting somebody, and then it came out and assisted me at like marijuana, fentanyl, cocaine, alcohol. So I mean, that dude is an animal. He was probably on fentanyl calling some games, potentially,
I can't believe that
allegedly.
like the police arrested him. He sounded like he was having the best night of his life.
Oh, he like got stabbed.
Oh,
Remember that
okay.
part?
Yeah, maybe that wasn't the best part.
He
Best night of
like
his life.
had to go to the hospital. He was like bullying some dude, was about to fight him, and then that dude stabbed him. And then
That's always-
he gets fired. He comes out, he has fentanyl in his system, and That's the Mark Sanchez story.
There you go.
And that's the Mark Sanchez break of the week.
That's our big news story.
What were you gonna
Mark
say?
Sanchez. I was gonna say let's talk more about the combine, but we can talk about people getting knifed.
I mean,
Did I ever tell the story about Crazy Pat from my brother's college?
Pat?
Crazy Pat.
Oh,
No, not Fat Pat, who we
Different
played golf
Pat.
with. A different Pat. There was this. I think I did tell this story, didn't I? I don't know. Should I run through it again real quick?
Yeah, run it back.
There was this guy on the sidelines who would always he never played. He was terrible, and he would be the guy trying to hype up the crowd at the D3 football games.
Yeah.
And he would just be pacing up and down the sidelines, trying to get the crowd into it. Helmet on the entire game. He had a bandana under the helmet, ton of eye blast. He's ready at any moment. Never played.
Banging his head on.
Oh yeah, for sure. Getting all fired up, getting ready to go. Probably had armbands up and down. And my uncles would just be obsessed with him. They would watch him more than they'd watch my brother. And my brother was good too. He was an all-conference receiver, whatever. But they were there for Pat. They wanted to see Crazy Pat.
Just on the sidelines.
Yes, just watching him get the crowd hyped up on the sidelines. He was the main event. It was spectacular. And then one week, they see Pat, and he's not on the sidelines. He's in his travel suit, but he's standing in the front row of the stands, with his hands on the railing, leaned over the railing, kind of doing the same thing though, still trying to kind of get the fans into it a little bit.
So he's still loving it.
More looking upset. And after the game, my brother had this great game, actually played really well. They won. I think he had a touchdown, maybe even two. And he comes up to my family and my uncles after, and he's expecting us to be man, that was awesome. My uncles are like, hey, why wasn't Pat dressed? What's going on? Why is Pat in the stands? Yeah. He was well, he got suspended actually. They were like, what? What did he do? Is he academically ineligible or what? And they're like, no, he was at a party and someone said that the Browns suck, so he pulled a knife on the guy.
My goodness.
And he said, what'd you say about the Browns? And then the guy punched him and knocked him out in one punch.
Oh
and
my!
Because of that, he got suspended.
Just one game though for that.
Yeah, just one game.
That's pretty good.
That's all he got.
He got away pretty light on that one.
He just pulled it out.
Yeah,
but
I feel like that would
one
have been enough to
knockout.
get off the team.
It's tough to go into a fist fight with a knife and lose it, but he did.
Breaking news on this program: DJ Moore is being traded to the Buffalo Bills.
Whoa!
Wow,
that's huge for my fantasy team.
That is
DJ Moore. That could be massive. Wow.
Yeah. Talk more about that after the break.
That's right. Stick with us right here on Behind Enemy Lines. You're the newest on DJ Moore.
Nobody cares about the details, seriously. Not the logo, not the stitching, and not the tiny symbol that magically doubles the price of the t-shirt. Think about it. The shirt you're wearing right now and the one I'm wearing do the exact same job. They cover us, they keep us warm, and they stop us from being arrested for public indecency. The only difference is a swoosh, a rectangle, or a name that convinced you it was worth more money. That's where GenericClothes.com comes in. They skip the branding nonsense and get straight to the point. Shirts that literally say what they are. Sports team, political statement, music band. No hype, no pretending, just honesty and a sense of humor at the expense of big clothing brands. If you're tired of paying extra for a logo that nobody actually cares about, or you want the perfect gift for someone who actually gets the joke, head to GenericClothes.com. Nobody cares about the details. Get to the point.
Playing the ball where it lies. Lucas and Dom are back on WSRR Radio.
We're back here on Behind Enemy Lines on WSRR Radio, brought to you by our proud partners at Synergy Music Studio. Based out of Chicago, Synergy Music Studio is built for artists who care about the sound of their music. From recording, mixing, and mastering to full production and live studio sessions, Synergy works hands-on to help artists turn ideas into finished professional releases. They support the Chicago scene, and they welcome new artists anytime. If you're serious about your sound, start at synergymusicstudio.com today. And you don't even have to be based out of Chicago. You can send your stuff in from anywhere at synergymusicstudio.com. So even if you're not in Chicago, you can do that, which means that DJ Moore now, even though he's moving out of town, can still use Synergy Music Studio to maybe mix and master one of his mixtapes or something like that.
Right.
From the Buffalo area. Maybe him and West Side Gun will get on a track together. That'll be pretty tough. Griselda Records. But yeah, that's right. Right before the break, we just had some breaking news on the TV behind me that DJ Moore getting shipped out of Chicago. One of Caleb Williams' top targets last year, heading to Buffalo.
But you could feel the shift towards the end of the season, like, oh, this is going to be Rome Odunze and Luther Burden in the future.
Yeah, I think
Moore's
so.
still good.
The more that they were in the playoffs, it seems like they were really, really leaning on Luther Burden a lot more.
Yeah.
And I think like he became their top guy. And I think that that's probably a big reason why they did make this trade, because they liked how well Luther Burden, performed.
Yeah.
The further into the season.
I think they were going to trade a receiver. I think a lot of people wanted it to be Odunze or Burden, but I think the Bears knew what they wanted to do here the whole time. They got a vision of what they want to do. They're keeping this team younger. They're still looking towards the future. I think this is a good move for the Bears and the Bills. I think got to see what the compensation is for the Bears, but I think it shows that both these teams are addressing the future right now.
Ian Rappaport reports that Chicago will get a mid-round pick for Moore, and they're going to save well over $20 million.
That's big.
By getting him off the payroll. So that'll be really big for them.
Yeah.
It will be interesting to see what they do in terms of the receiver room, because I do think Odunze and Luther Burden are their top two guys, but I still don't know how much I trust Odunze, in all honesty.
Yeah.
I don't think they have I don't think they have a high enough pick.
What about what's his name? Zachariah Olamide. What's his name?
What?
What's their third receiver name? Like Olamitis or something like that?
Olamadius? I don't know.
Like that.
I just made that up.
But he gets it done sometimes.
I think I know who you're talking about. He had like a game-winning catch near the end of that one game.
Olamide Zacchaeus.
I got no clue, buddy.
He's made plays though. They're gonna be fine.
The Bears do not pick until pick 25, so they won't, as of right now at least. So they will not have a position to pick one of these top guys.
Yeah.
The top guys in the draft are Mekhi Lemon, Jordan Tyson, Carnell Tate. That's about it, right? Those are really the three guys who I think are gonna be the go-tos. There's Denzel Boston out of Washington. I think he's got a lot of upside, but I don't think he's
Concepcion.
Yeah, I think those guys can be really versatile and be really good, but I don't think they're going to be top 15 picks like those other three guys are.
Yeah, probably not. Maybe Casey Concepcion.
Yeah,
he might. I'd have to look at mock drafts, but I've been hearing a lot of hype around that guy.
You could see him going 14 to the Ravens. Something like that.
Maybe. Is that what the mock drafts are saying?
No, I just am looking at who's around the 15th pick. Ravens are 14. Why not?
Yeah, 15 is a bit high.
Get a guy for Lamar to throw to.
Yeah, it looks like Jordan Tyson right now in mock draft is like going to like pick 21.
Really? That low?
Steelers.
Wow.
Yeah.
I would hate that. I would want the Browns to take him late if they can, because again, I've said it a couple times I think on this show, but his brother Jalen Tyson plays for the Cavs. I think that would be a great
would be nice.
A great off the field connection and relationship obviously to keep. But how much does this help the Bills that DJ Moore is going there? I think that this really, especially with everything going on around Keon Coleman, the receiver room is kind of a big question mark for them. Like they had to bring in Gabe Davis again last year. Favor was one of their top receivers. They brought in Brandon Cooks halfway through the year as well.
And say what you want about Khalil Shakir, he's good.
Yeah,
but is he really the guy?
He's not a number one.
No, he's not. And
he's a great slot guy, but
he is. But when you have a guy like Josh Allen, you need a signature piece. Every single great quarterback has had a guy. And Josh Allen's never. I mean, he had Stephon Diggs, but we need that next guy.
Yeah, and I don't think DJ Moore will end up being the guy for the rest of his career because he is getting older.
But if he's the guy that gets him past that point, which is a Super Bowl, then he's all they need.
The Bills don't pick until what?
They're 26. They're late.
Yeah, so again, they probably won't get one of those top guys either.
They are projected to draft in the CBS mock draft Omar Cooper Jr. from Indiana.
Is that a receiver?
That is a receiver, yes.
Omar Cooper Jr. Is that number 80? Who the hell is that? I got no clue who that is. 80 or
apparently he had a great combine. It helped his stock considerably. Now, I don't know if the Bills still draft a receiver after this move, because this move just happened a few minutes ago. So everything has changed.
And they do
this.
have a lot of questions, I feel like, in their secondary and stuff. There's some holes to fill on defense as well for them. But
so apparently this trade isn't official yet, but it's being finalized because the season hasn't begun yet. But they're making it happen. I think it's pretty much a done deal.
The trade cannot be processed until the new league year begins, but both sides are pushing to make it happen.
Yeah. Like I said, it makes sense for both these teams. Why not?
Yeah. Heading to his third team now, DJ Moore.
Yeah.
Started out with the Panthers, then went to the Bears.
I think he's one of the most underrated players in the NFL.
Yeah, he's been awesome. He's been on my fantasy team the last 2 years. I traded A.J. Brown for him, and everyone said that I lost that trade.
Not me.
I got a first rounder and DJ Moore for A.J. Brown and a second rounder.
I said you played him.
And look who's the league champ this year, huh? Look who's the league champ this year, baby. Me.
That's right. DJ Moore, I think, super underrated. He made some clutch plays.
He really did. He made awesome plays this year for them.
If they don't have him, they don't make the playoffs.
Multiple game-winning catches and in big moments, which, again, the Bears had a lot of big moments this year because they were in a lot of tight games. He was kind of the go-to guy for Caleb Williams in a lot of those regular season games.
Yeah.
Again, I think that it kind of shifted to Luther Burden and Adunze down the stretch.
It did.
And Loveland as well as the rookie got more into the offense, but I still think that is
DJ Moore is still making plays down the stretch. Another piece of this that I just saw, the Bills' new head coach is the former offense coordinator of the Panthers when DJ Moore was there, when he had like the best
that makes sense
season of his career. So I think that helps as well. DJ Moore last year, 50 catches, 682 yards, 6 tuds. He had 15 carries, 79 yards, and a rushing touchdown.
Shocked he only had 6 touchdowns, honestly.
I'm surprised he had 15 carries.
I thought he had more touchdowns. But
he's the man, though.
So
good move for both sides.
As the draft gets closer and closer, I think pretty much the only pick that everyone's fully certain on right now is Fernando Mendoza going number 1 overall. The Raiders, right? They obviously need a quarterback. He's the best quarterback that in this draft. Heisman winner, national champion, great leader, has some of the physical tools. Where does he stack up in past drafts is my question. I think, like, even last year was a weak quarterback draft as well as this year, I think. Ty Simpson's probably going to be the number 2.
Yeah.
The number 3 is kind of up in the air around Garrett Nussmeier, maybe a couple other guys. Last year, Cam Ward was far and away the number 1.
Yeah.
The number 1 guy. Is he better than Cam Ward was last year?
I'm going to say yes.
You think so?
I'm going to say yes to that one, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Arm talent-wise, I don't know 100%. I think that he might be more comfortable in an offense and maybe can read it a little bit better. I think Cam Ward, though, like, his arm talent is going to continue to grow.
Cam Ward's good. I think he's going to be successful in the NFL, but Mendoza, like, the mental side of things is, like, he just seems like a fantastic leader.
Yeah.
That's a big thing. I think he can step in and, like, turn this organization around. Whereas Cam Ward, you're going into this Tennessee Titans organization. That takes a lot.
Yeah.
It takes a real special type of person to become the guy that, changes things in an organization. I think Cam Ward, it will take some time. It will take a lot more than just him. I think Mendoza, he won't be able to do it alone, but I think he's going to could be the guy.
He's going to step into a better situation, too, than Cam Ward because they have Ashton Genty, they have Brock Bowers.
Yeah.
They don't have a ton of receivers right now, especially because they traded away Jacoby Myers. They got Trey Tucker, but they're going to need to help him out a little bit there. But I think that just those 2 big weapons in Brock Bowers and Ashton Genty around him are going to be a really good starting point for him.
Yeah. Now, 2025, I think it's just too early to really say.
That's right. The other names in there: Jackson Dart, Tyler Shuck, Jalen Milroe,
Gabriel Dart,
Sanders. Dart.
That's what I'm kind of interested in.
Would you rather, if Jackson Dart was in this draft, would you take him number 1 over Fernando Mendoza, even after his rookie year? Like you saw what he did last year for the Giants.
Tough.
If the Giants called the Raiders right now and said, "We'll give you Jackson Dart for the number 1 pick because we want Mendoza," and you were the Raiders GM, would you take that?
That's tough. I mean, it really just depends on what you see in Mendoza. Like, if you see the physical component, then you don't take that trade. But if you, I don't know. Because, like, you got a Heisman winning quarterback here. You do that for Jackson Dart? He had a good rookie year. It's tough. But I don't think I'd take that trade. I think I'd roll the dice in Vegas with Mendoza.
In 2024,
that's different.
He might have been the 5th, maybe even 6th pick in this, because I think that there's 4 guys for sure that I think if you get a call right now from their teams and say, give us the first round pick or the number 1 overall pick so that we can take Mendoza and you get this guy.
It might be 5 guys.
Caleb Williams, I think you definitely do that. Jaden Daniels, you definitely do that. Drake May, you definitely do that. Penix, no. I don't think so. JJ McCarthy, no. Bo Nix, I think you definitely do, though.
Yeah.
And then who's the other one you're saying? Joe Milton?
Well, I'm not even talking about quarterbacks. I'm looking at Malik Neighbors. I'm looking at...
I was just talking Q's, but yeah, Neighbors maybe.
And Brock Bowers. Those are the other 2 guys. Bowers is already on the Raiders.
They need a quarterback, though. They just need a quarterback.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I'm talking purely quarterback draft class.
Yeah. Then definitely not Penix.
Definitely not. But I mean, in 2024, he's probably the 5th best quarterback that had gotten drafted.
And it was a special quarterback class. Those 3 guys.
Caleb Williams, Jake Daniels, Drake May, and Bo Nix all are franchise guys.
You have 2 Heisman winners in there, and you've got a guy who just was in the Super Bowl.
That's right.
So, like, you can't.
And you got a guy who was a game away from the Super Bowl, but he broke his ankle and didn't play in the AFC Championship.
Right. Yeah, these guys are proven.
Yeah, I mean, he'd be a 2nd, maybe even 3rd round guy in 2024, I think.
Yeah.
2023, you got Bryce Young, C.J. Stroud, and Anthony Richardson were the top 3 guys.
Yikes. This draft is aged very poorly.
Yeah, you ain't kidding. Now, if they call the Raiders, the Raiders aren't taking Bryce Young or C.J. Stroud. They're obviously not taking Anthony Richardson. They're not taking Will Levis, Hendon Hooker, Jake Hayner, Stetson Bennett. There's a lot of other names in here that you're definitely not taking. Dorian Thompson-Robinson, Cleveland legend.
And I'm still risking it. I'm still going Mendoza
over these guys?
Stroud has just left a sour taste in my mouth after that last game versus the Patriots in the playoffs. I just can never trust that guy again. Bryce Young has looked better and better each year, but I just don't think if he'll ever be able to get over the hump.
You're high on Mendoza now, aren't you?
I'm just a
gambler. He's definitely the first pick guy taken. Kenny Pickett was the first.
Yeah,
was the first quarterback off the board there.
Now let's throw it back to 2015. I want to see who was in that class. You got Jameis Winston. You ain't taking over Jameis back then.
Nah, hell no.
You can't.
Hell no. So you're high on Mendoza. You think he's going to be turn the franchise around?
He's the best chance that they have.
There we go.
Right?
That's Dom's final take of the week. Thank you guys for joining us on Behind Enemy Lines. We look forward to bringing you some hot new content for the draft coming up. So make sure you stick with Behind Enemy Lines right here on WSRR Radio. Have a good one.
Enter that tournament.
The preceding program was a sponsored production. The views, claims, and ideas expressed may not represent those of WSRR Radio.